My next guest is the creative force behind the beautiful Pacific Northwest Ballet that we're so lucky to have at Seattle Center's McCaw Hall. For their final offering of the 2024-2025 season, the PNB's artistic director, Peter Boal, has picked 3 performances to share. And here to tell us about Director's Choice and what's next for the PNB is Peter. Welcome back.
Thank you. So happy to be here.
So as the artistic director for PNB, what all are you responsible for?
Oh, wow, that's a lot. I mean,
You're
really,
like, how much time do we have?
all the artistic content, what we put on stage, the hiring of dancers, even sort of the coordination of orchestra rights and costume building, scenic elements. So it's quite a bit.
Yes.
But it's a pleasure. It comes together beautifully, and we love those performances, and we have some right around the corner.
You sure do. So next up is Director's Choice. Runs for 7 performances from May 30th through June 8th. So what can people expect to see here?
Yeah, we call this a mixed repertory program, which means we offer, in this case, 3 individual ballets. So it's kind of like a menu, and there's definitely something on that menu for everyone. The opening work is by Keon Ross, who's our Associate Artistic Director. We have a work by Rena Butler and a work by the great Twyla Tharp. Twyla's pretty well known for her work throughout Broadway, film. She's an author, she's a lecturer, she's a former dancer, and really an incredible, iconic U.S. choreographer. And she's used the music of Frank Sinatra, which is really fun. So looking forward to that.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing opportunity to have her work and everyone else is there. So tell us too about the upcoming 2025-2026 season.
Yeah, we're excited for the next one, and we like to make ballet completely accessible to everybody. So there's all these beautiful entry points, even for this rep. There's a moment to come in with a pay what you can night, there's a beer and ballet night, so it just really feels like everybody's invited and there's a place for everyone. And for next season, we have works again by Twyla Tharp, that was her In the Upper Room. George Balanchine's Jewels is a really iconic classic work. There we see emeralds from Jewels that Balanchine made in 1967. And we're excited about a work called Firebird that we haven't done in 21 years, choreographed by our founding artistic director, Kent Stoll, with fantastic sets that we're rebuilding specifically for this presentation. A little Cinderella in the mix. Yeah, with that grand
The choreography, ball. The costumes, I mean, so much goes into that, right?
Yeah, I think that's the thing about PNB that people don't realize, is there's a massive school, there's all these incredible artisans building these costumes by hand, painting the sets, etc. So it's really quite an operation.
It really is, and so beautiful. And when people go, how would you describe the overall vibe when someone walks in to see the show, what they can expect?
Yeah, I like to think that people feel really welcomed. We're there to greet them. I think everybody sees themselves sort of in the audience, but also now on the stage, which I think is important. And the ballet really is for everyone. So I love when people come, and a lot of people are coming for the first time, which is great, exactly what we want.
Definitely. And you also want to talk about your PNB Offstage program. So what's this about?
Yeah, the Offstage program is some of the things I've been referring to, but like we have this massive summer course coming up where we have almost 300 students flying in from all over the country just to study at PNB. We audition them in 28 different cities around the country, and so it's an exciting time for us, a 5-week program. Yeah, and it's nice for us to touch base with the talent that exists across the country, and I think students from 4 different countries as well are coming to us.
And is this the talent that you're tapping into to maybe be, on stage at PNB later?
Yeah, it is. I think about 80% of our company came from this summer course, so it's a recruitment opportunity. They'll join our school, which is really quite massive and extensive, and then they may one day join the company as well.
And what advice do you have for a young dancer and performer?
I think we look for individuality among dancers. We look for their specific musicality. We look for their personal expression. Everybody brings something different to the stage and to the studio, and we want to make sure we help them understand that inner voice.
And looking back at your career, what are some of the highlights that you want to talk about?
Boy, I was a dancer with the New York City Ballet for many years. I loved that part of my career. I worked directly with Twyla Tharp on 2 ballets that she made there. But I've also loved this opportunity to sort of gift to these dancers and to these students that ballet experience. And I've loved directing the Pacific Northwest Ballet for the past 20 years now.
Are there any ballets that you're hoping to get or look forward to that you haven't yet?
Yes. There's a couple. There's a pretty good wish list. I have a bunch of favorites. One of the ones that's coming back next season is Little Mortal Jump by a choreographer named Alejandro Cerruto. I'm looking forward to doing that again. But I have some dreams. They all cost money and they take time, but I don't give up on them. I'm working on them. So.
Okay, well, we love to hear that you're working on it. Thank you so much for being here and talking about this season and then what's to come.
Yeah, thank you so much.